Good evening everybody and a very warm welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. You joined me on this Wednesday afternoon as we take a look at the brand new CSS Boeing 737 Classic for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm really looking forward to doing this flight today. We're going to be leaving Oslo, and we're going to be going up to Bodo aboard this brand new airliner that is going to be coming soon in Microsoft Flight Sim. The team over at CSS were kind enough to send me a copy early to review and showcased on the channel, so a massive shout out to CSS for that. Much appreciated. Now, I've watched a little bit of content and seen a couple messages in the Discord, and it seems like people aren't too excited, and people think that the aircraft isn't brilliant, but I'm going to be the judge of that today and see whether I like it and if I want to continue flying it. That's what I recommend you do as well. It's a very cheap price of only $5, and you get to fly it as much as you like for a month, and you can then determine if the aircraft is right for you. Otherwise, you can just cancel your subscription. Without further ado, we're going to jump in the flight deck and we'll take a look around the exterior model just after we've got some systems all powered up and alive. Let's go to the overhead panel to start off with. We're going to get that battery on, followed by the ground power unit. Noah, good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. Nice to see you. We're going to go over to battery on the TRI and AP. Oh, I don't even know what this panel's called. We're going over to ground power and bat on whatever that is. Galley power can come on. Coming up to the IRS, we're going to go ahead and align these, so both can go over to nav, just like so. And it's 2 minutes until the IRS is aligned. Continuing our flow, then we can go ahead and get a fuel pump on for the APU shortly. We're going to get some brightness up here, so some panel brightness. Emergency exit lights can be armed, no smoking signs to auto, seatbelt signs on. Window heats, all 4 of those can come on. We can get our logo light and the strobe light to steady. Thank you very much for subscribing, much appreciated. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name because I will probably get it wrong, but thank you very much for the subscription there. Our cruising altitude today is flight level 370, so we can pop 370 into here, into our pressurization panel even, and we can also pop in our landing altitude, which is going to be 10 feet above sea level. That's the overhead pretty much sorted. We're going to come all the way back over here, if I can go the right way. And we can turn the oxygen supply on. We can do our oxygen mask test down here. Cool, that's all good. Now we're going to go ahead and get some light to these displays. So panel brightness down here can come up. Background brightness, floodlights, then coming down to the center console, we can get more floodlights on, more panel brightness. We can get some brightness on here for the map and the PFD. Just like so, and as you can see, everything has come alive. You do know a yup. Coming down here then, we can go ahead and bring the brightness up on the FMC, and we can enter our position. So we are currently on the ground in Oslo, and we are at gate 13, if that's correct. Gate 13, yeah, it is. We can pop that in and grab our position, set that in there just like so. We're going to come over here. We're going to go to GSX. We're going to go boarding requested. Over to the load page. We can get our passengers in. We've got 92 passengers. We're going to bump up that fuel just so we've got a little bit of reserve fuel in case we need to divert. And we can go ahead and load the aircraft. Go ahead and open the cargo doors as well. Over to the route page then, we're going to go ahead and pop our origin in, of course, which is Oslo, and we're going over to Bodo today. And if we've got enough time, we'll do another leg after. Alright Noah, see you in a bit, my friend. And our call sign today is Scandinavian 67 That can go in there. And the departure runway today is 01 left. First waypoint is going to be Romeo, India, Bravo, Bravo, Echo.
Hello.
And then we're going to be taking the Zulu 125 airway over to Sierra Oscar, Mike Uniform Bravo.
Good afternoon.
To the next page then, we are then going to be going direct to Odnos. And that is our route all set up, so we can go ahead and activate and execute that. Let's go to the departure and arrival page. Into the departures, select runway 01 left. And we're going to be on the RIBE 1 Alpha departure. Execute that. Over to the index, back into the arrivals. We're going to select the ILS Zulu, runway 07. By the Okned transition. And our star is the Odnos 1 Charlie. Go ahead and execute that into the init ref page. Over to index.
Hello.
Into the perf page. We're going to go ahead and set our flight level, which is 370.
Hello.
Back over to the EFB, we can pop our zero fuel weight in of 42.3.
This way, please.
And I am actually going to put this down to 3.5, as I think that would be a bit better. And we'll go throttle 350 in there. Lovely. On the reserves today is going to be 0.2. And our cost index for our flight is the number 7. We can execute that. Over to the legs page then, we can go ahead and just clear up the discontinuities.
This way.
Looks like there's only that one, which is good. All fixed. Looks good. And we can then go ahead and cage this.
Good afternoon.
We're going to get some performance data going, so we're going to go into the performance page. Let it do its thing and loads. Runway 01 left today, which is good. Flaps 5. Anti-ice is going to be off. Engine bleeds are on. Wind direction. Let's get the METAR in the chat.
Good afternoon.
And then we'll take a look outside as well in a moment.
Boarding pass, please. This way.
Go. The wind 020 degrees at 12 knots. So 020 at 12 we can set in here. At 12, just like so. And a few clouds 4,000. Temperature 10 with the dew point of -7 and the QNH 1003. We'll set our temperature in of 10. 12, 11, 10, just like so. And then you have to come at a funky angle to get this because of a couple sim limitations. But we can get that in, like so. Cool, back over to the ground ops page. Our gross weight is 48 48431. 484. Go 48365. There we go. And our takeoff calculations are in there. So let's go to the init page. We're going to go into the index over to takeoff. The outside air temperature is 10 degrees. And we can pop our cell temp in of 46 degrees today. So we're doing a derated takeoff. And our V speeds 128, 129, 136. There we go. Feed speeds are in. Just like so. Alex, hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Hope you are having a fantastic day so far. Right, so the only reason I started early is so that hopefully we can get another flight in. We'll get both of our flight directors on now, our V2 speed as well. Let me just get the brightness up here. That can go over to the legs page. V2 is 136. 36, cool. Cruising altitude, as I said, flight level 350. We're going to chuck that into here. We're going to go ahead and get our runway heading in, which is 012. In the event that we have to return to the field, the approach course for runway 01 left is also 012. So we can get that in both sides. And we'll go heading select mode. Coming down here, we can go ahead and pop both of our nav systems to auto. And we're going to pop the ILS frequency for runway 01 left here. 110.3. .3, just like so. Noah, hello, welcome back. And we can go ahead and click the traffic button on both of the EFIS sort of things. So essentially there's no EFIS on this aircraft, so all of the controls are down here, which is a bit of a pain. But that's the console almost all set up. There will be a couple extra things we need to do shortly, but I want to show you the terrain and weather radar. So if we go ahead and turn the weather radar on, there we go. As you can see, the control for it is here, and is currently in test mode. So if we go over to weather, we can go weather and turbulence. Actually, no, we'll just go with regular weather. We'll get a fully working weather radar that's modelled, and we'll just leave that back on test. From my understanding, Alex, a couple of the people who have showcased it already haven't been doing all of the steps required to have a successful flight. From what I could tell, I was in a Discord call earlier today with Alex, the person in charge, and he was showing me how to do everything, as I was having a couple of issues, but now I'm an expert at this aircraft type. Let's go over to the EFB then. We're going to go ahead and go to the checklist. We're going to do our pre-flight checklist. Oxygen is tested and is 100% instrument transfer switches are normal. Window heats are on. Pressurization mode selector is to auto. Flight instruments heading 012 for departure, and we need to set the QNH of 1003 in here. .1003, that's all set. Part brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off. And that's the pre-flight checklist complete. Cool, we're just going to click on that spot there, just to grab all of our V-speeds. And let's start the APU. So I think once we get airborne, we'll do a bit more of a look around the aircraft. But I think the modelling could be updated a little bit. It definitely needs a bit of work. I don't mind the cockpit textures. I think they look pretty realistic. It's just the exterior model could do with just a little bit of touching up. Likewise, the sounds definitely need a bit of touching up, although that sounds pretty good. Got bags in here as well. There's a full cabin. I do remember that this aircraft is only $5, which is a pretty good price. Cool, we can go ahead and arm our auto thrust. Make sure the packs are off. We'll get the recirc valve to auto. Go over to the APU gen. Left pack is going to auto. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed on. And we can do our before start checklist. Right deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we have got 6 tons, just over 6 tons of fuel, and the pumps are on. Passenger sign, seatbelt sign and no smoking signs are on and checked. Windows are locked. MCP V2 13, is that 5? 136, heading 012, altitude 35,000. Takeoff speeds V1 128, VR 129, V2 136. CGU pre-flight is completed. Rudder and aileron trim is free and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing complete. And the anti-collision light can come on. That's the before start checklist complete. Let's prepare the aircraft for pushback and departure. We can come back over to the EFB, into the ground operations tab. We can disconnect the ground power unit, close all of the doors, and remove the wheel chocks.
We are ready for pushback.
Enzo, hello. Thank you very much for popping along. Nice to see you. Okie dokie. I am happy with everything so far. Got it all set up.
Bypass pin inserted.
Ivan, hello, welcome on. Welcome along. Nice to see you. Appreciate you for stopping by. And we'll go ahead and get the left pack off now as we're about to start the engines.
Locking gear.
It's a lovely day here in Oslo. Beautiful clouds out and about. The window does open as well, by the way, which is quite cool. We can then close that as well. I also like, in the EFB, you can play games. Now, mind you, there's an ad. Just close that. I don't know how to play that game, but, you know, it's there if you want it. We are going to be going nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Brilliant. Okay, upstairs then we're going to be starting engine 2 first. So the engine starts selected can go over to ground. We're going to wait for 25% on the N2 and then we will introduce fuel. Cool, just passing 25%. Let's introduce fuel and we can enjoy the engine startup, which, let's be honest, needs a bit of work. 𝗏𝗏, hello, welcome aboard. Flying to my home in EMBO. Nice. Yeah, I really want to go to Norway. I've heard it's meant to be absolutely stunning and lovely. Definitely is somewhere I am interested in going. I've got the brakes set, it's fine. Good engine start on number 2, starting engine 1. Yeah, the sounds definitely need a bit of improvement, as let's be honest, they are not brilliant right now. But there's always room for improvement in every aircraft. 𝗵𝗶cie, hello. Nice to see you once again. Right, introduce fuel into engine number 1.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
And I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to record
Left is clear.
a
Right is clear.
cheeky video on the aircraft and how to fly it and things like that, which I think could be quite beneficial, as it's quite different to the NG. So 𝗵𝗶cie, I figured out the issue. It's on 0 fuel weight. Me and 𝗵𝗶cie yesterday were trying to figure out how it worked, but we had major skill issues, let's say.
Engines.
Oh, we shouldn't have stopped the engine so well. Right, Gen 1 can come on, Gen 2 can come on, AP off even, AP bleed off. Packs left side and right side auto. Isolation valve auto as well. 𝗵𝗶cie, no worries my friend, enjoy. Appreciate you for stopping by. Your damper, pitot, static heats can come on, and elec pumps as well. I'm not entirely sure when it's meant to come out, I'm afraid, Peter. Or 𝗏𝗏 even, sorry. Right, coming over here, we can set flaps 5. Let's do our flight control check. Full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full up, neutral, full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, and neutral. Order brake RTO looks good over there. Let's come over to the aircraft options. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the checklist. Before taxi checklist, generators on, pitot heat is on, anti-ices as required, isolation valve is auto, engine start switches need to go over to continuous, recall can be checked, and order brake is RTO, engine start levers are in the idle detent, flight controls are checked, and ground equipment is clear. FPV Steve, hello, welcome in. Performance wise, alright, it's a bit of a weird one. So, my performance is pretty good. I'm getting about 60, 70 FPS, which for me is pretty much the same in all aircraft. But taking a look at the yoke, if I just move it, it's got a bit of lag and stuttering to it. And it's, I don't know, not quite right. As well, there is, I know there's meant to be lag for the FMC, but there is, I've experienced at some points quite a bit of lag on it. So it's, what I believe, and what I've been told, is that it's like the Phoenix, where there is an external app running all the systems. And unfortunately, the Sim Connect is causing a couple of issues for the team, but they're working on it. Let's go ahead and get that taxi light on. Release the brakes. If I can release them, there we are. And spool up the engines. Taxi out to the runway. quick little brake check. They look good. And TCAS, we can go TARA. Just a little bit earlier than usual, which is fine. Everything else is all set up correctly, just how I want it to be. And we'll get underway in just a few moments. Taxiing to runway 01 left today. We're going to be going straight on Kilo and then making a left turn onto Mike. And hopefully going with Alpha 2 for departure. Cuts off a little bit of time. Once we get airborne, we'll do a nice detailed look at the exterior and interior models. I'll show you a couple more of the systems in depth as well, like the weather radar that does work, as well as the terrain radar and a couple of other nice additions that the aircraft has got. Right, here we go, left turn here. Let me just check in my ground ops and load page. Stab trim should be 4. Fine. Let's go back to checklist. We can go ahead and do our before takeoff checklist. Flaps is 5 with the green light. And our trim is 4, which is also correct. I keep getting this really weird camera bug where I can change the views, but the zoom does not change and it keeps staying the same. It's quite frustrating. Cool. Okay, let's spool those engines up even further. I keep getting phone calls, Noah. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it off, but sorry about that. Yeah, I keep getting phone calls. Oh, this sound. Yeah, I hear it as well. I think it starts as soon as I turn on the battery, so I'm assuming it's something to do with that. I'm not really an expert, if you couldn't tell. I kind of don't notice it anymore. I've heard it for that long that you kind of don't notice it, which is okay. Right, we are almost at the holding point. It is literally this right turn here, and then we'll be blasting out of Oslo, and we'll be heading up to Bodo today. This is not the latest build, Enzo. Not the latest build. There is a development build that is just going to the beta testers currently, or soon, which should have some of the major bugs ironed out. So this is the same build as all the other streamers have had since Friday, or whenever I was given access. It was Friday. No, Thursday evening or something, I can't really remember. Right, landing lights can come on. We'll get the runway turn off lights on. Strobe lights on. Wing, oh dear, wing
approaching 0,
and wheel well
1
lights
left.
are on. And if you are enjoying today's stream, be sure to drop a like for me. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Next week is going to be our 4,000 subscriber special. We're going to be going from London Heathrow to San Diego in the A350, but I might swap it to the PMDG 777 actually, because they also operate the PMDG 777 along that route.
On runway 01 left.
Right, here we go. On the runway. We're going to set the brakes and we'll crank the sounds up for you all. Enjoy the departure. Let's go flying. Throttle's up to about 40%. Toga. I'm going to try not hit my microphone. Here we go. Thrust sets. Airspeed's line. 80 knots. Cross-check throttle hold. V1 and rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Passing 400 feet. LNAV. VNAV. Command A. And we can crank those sounds back down. Off we go to Bodo. We're going to go flap 0 now. As we're approaching our green dot speed. Once you depart as well, Noah, you don't really notice it anymore. Fly with Vortex, hello, long time no see, welcome aboard. Oh, I forgot this last time. Okay, make sure you turn this to flight. If you don't, your passengers will die. We nearly would have killed the passengers. That was close. That's something that is very different with the NG and this aircraft. You've got to make sure you do that, otherwise you will run into a couple of issues. I've done 2 practice flights today, and the last one I did, I forgot it as well. And my passengers died. Which isn't a very fun day out for them. Right. Let's get some music on and we can kick back and relax for a little bit. We'll take a look shortly as well. At some of these systems that this aircraft has to offer. Rens, hello. This is the 737-500. But the CSS team is also making the 400 and 300 release in due course, but the 500 will come out first. Yes, MSFS 2020. I haven't seen you in a long time either, Ren.
Altimeter
Welcome.
setting.
Passing our transition altitude. Let's find the click spot. There it is. Over to standard pressure. And we'll just sink our heading bug. No worries at all, Rens. Look at that. Okay. We just turn my controller on again. There we go. To turn that sim down, because that is probably really loud. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the CSS 737-500 in all of its glory, up in the air. So we've got 2 beautiful engines. Harry, hello, welcome aboard. Thank you very much for stopping by. Welcome to the vertical stream. You can see our landing lights are modelled there. we need to put them away, actually. Yes, this is a pre-release copy, Rens. So one thing that I think I see, the lights are quite dim. You can't really see that nav light very well. The strobe light is okay, but the beacon is completely gone. Let's see if we make it night. Yeah, you can see it at night, but not during the day. So hopefully that could be addressed in the next update. Of course, as I mentioned, this is still a pre-release copy, so pretty cool. You can see every individual rivet. Lovely tail there as well. You can see all the different parts. Yes, Harry, we'll jump into the flight deck in just a moment. So, cargo hold, of course, that's modelled. So is the other one. Then let's take a look at the cabin. Actually, what we'll do for the cabin, we'll go into the into here. Okay, let's bring that volume up as it is very quiet now. Change the music over. Brilliant. Okay, let's quickly pop upstairs. Engine start switches to off. Wing lights, wheel well lights, taxi, runway turn-offs, seatbelt light signs can come on. And what do you guys think about the pricing for this aircraft? It cost $5 for 1 month of access. I think that's pretty good, to be honest. It does indeed have a cabin rent, so you can open up. You can open up the door, and then welcome to the cabin. As you can see, the door has got its own physics as well. Exactly, Harry. Yeah, and this is 2020 as well. So you can go ahead and slam that shut. The toilet door opens. Toilet lid. You can flush it as well. Otherwise, it's a bit more of a basic cabin, but to be honest, I don't really care about cabin too much. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh dear me. This is a good example why we don't use my controller to showcase the camera view. I am Harry, yep. Brilliant, that can stay on the legs page. This can go over to the progress page. 44 nautical miles until top climb. Got plenty of fuel to last us all the way there. I'll just resync that heading bug. No 737-200. They're just doing the 300, 400 and 500 rents. No worries at all. We'll set this to 355. Can't really make it smoothed up, can it? 356 then. I don't know what is going on with this music, but I don't like it. Also, what is happening to this camera? We'll go with this. So what are your thoughts on the pricing model? It's $5 for 1 month's access. And if you want access to all of the different aircraft, so the 300, 400 and 500 for life, as well as their freighter variants, it is $120. Yeah, Noah. We're not going to get into that, but yeah, definitely interesting. Yes, Harry, yep. We are doing just YouTube, vertical stream and regular stream, so check out the other page as well. Alright, I'll take a look, Renz. Is it on Epidemic Sounds? I'll already play it if it's on there, just in case of copyright, you know? Yeah, Harry, but often we do two, just so, you know, we get the people scrolling through YouTube Shorts as well. Right, Ivan, I've got access to all of the aircraft infinitely. So, I want to show you the weather radar. If we turn it on, you can see it's just doing the test currently. If we turn it to WX, if we throw some, I don't know, thunderstorms in here, you can see on the weather radar all the thunderstorms have appeared, which I think is pretty cool. Go back to live weather. I'm not going to fiddle around with that too much because it will really screw us over. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There is a working weather rate. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Working weather radar. Let me turn it off. It's Flow, Rents. Flow Pro by Parallel 42. Leave that on test. And then of course you've got the bog standard terrain radar there as well. So far, so good. I've not had any issues yet. Well, on this flight anyway. It's been pretty smooth sailing. I don't know what other people have had, because I know I've heard there have been a couple of other issues, but going nice and smooth for me. We'll increase that range, just like so. I personally do quite like the texturing, especially in the flight deck. I think it is really good. Of course, it's not up to the same standard as other aircraft, but yeah, of course. It's really weird, the audio mixer stuff. Oh, I had it up really loud anyway. There we go. That's turned down a bit, because it's so much louder in my ears than your ears most of the time. Otherwise, then it's the opposite. But thank you for letting me know there. Sorry about that. So we are good. We're on LNAV. We're also on VNAV, N1, auto thrust armed. And if we go cruise, we'll target. What's our speed currently? 0.75. Oh, we're not at our cruise yet. Climb page is targeting Mach 0.72. That lovely day out here. I'm going to share the website that has been updated. So CSS just sent an announcement saying they have updated their website. So let's take a look together what it's all about. Got a couple new pictures around. 737-500 Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Some lovely preview pictures there. We go over to the products, we can click on this. You've got the pricing model, so $5 a month for 30 days, $50 for a year of access, or $120 for the entire family. So as you can see, once the 300 and 400 and the freighter comes out, it's just a free upgrade for those who are signed up. So you've got a couple key features here. Some nice preview pictures. Looks lovely. Once I have gotten this aircraft to work, I'm absolutely loving it. So something I will definitely recommend to check out for yourself once it releases in hopefully not very long. Let's go to that cruise page. And we'll go, okay, fine. That speed tape is a bit close, but it's alright. Progress page then, 253 nautical miles until top descent. We'll be down on the ground in about 52 minutes. Look at that. Lovely. We need to fly in Oslo a bit more often. So beautiful down here. No, I'm not, Harry. No. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this aircraft. Pretty impressed. I think it's definitely performing how I would like it to. and I'm not entirely sure what issues other people are having, but I'm not experiencing them, which is good. So we are cruising altitude, which is good, and as I say, about 234 nautical miles until top of descent. Go over to this engine view, and I'm going to grab a quick drink of water, enjoy the tunes and views. I will see you all in just a moment. Okay, then everybody, I am back in the flight deck. I've got a lovely fish pie that has been made. So I'm going to be eating that in the background, but feel free to ask some questions still. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And Maya, hello, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day so far. Ivan, redeeming a cup of tea. Let's go to the galley and make Ivan a cup of tea. I'm not going to use my controller this time because otherwise I'll break the autopilot again. Okay. This is the galley on board the 737-500. Got a coffee maker, we've got our tea bag. Let's just press the hot water button and beep 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 beep. There we go. Cup of tea made for Ivan. Taking it to seat 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's number 6. The middle seat. Ivan's in a middle seat. You don't have to be in a middle seat. Come up to first class, Ivan. Come up here. Seat 1A. Just for you. Extra leg room. You can enjoy that. This fish pie, Maya, is so good. There's so many different types of fish in it. There's prawns, cod, haddock, salmon. So tasty. Okay, the flight crew is all refueled. We don't have any hungry pilots anymore, which is good. Let's go ahead, sink the heading buggy once again. And we're going to go ahead and prepare for our arrival. So, taking a look at the ILS chart. We're going to pop our localizer frequency in 110.3. That's already set on both sides. Up to the MCP, our final approach course is 072. We can set that on both sides, just like so. And our minimum 275. We'll set it as close as we can. Yeah, we'll do 270. That works. Up next, we're gonna set altitude 1500 feet. We can set that now. So that's ready for descent. Still another 100 miles to go, but I like getting it done nice and early. We'll be able to break 1. Everything else can stay the same for now. And let's come back to the lovely wing view. Let's see if we can get an engine view actually. I quite like this view here. Looks very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you, Ivan. After takeoff, check this. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Just come down here. Go to the approach page. Going to double click on that. So it's going to be a flaps 30 landing today. 110.3 and 72 in there is all fine as well. That can stay on the progress page. Thank you for reminding me there, Ivan. Completely forgot about that. Hearing me. Lovely day for flying. Barely any clouds in sight. Oh, that is a nice sunset actually. We'll stick with the live time, I think. And we'll maybe have a nighttime landing, we'll see. Oh, I forgot to put Volanta on. Oh well. Nice. Lovely view out there. It's a lovely part of the world. We need to fly here a bit more often. My day is going good, thank you very much for asking. Hope yours has been good as well. That's good, Amaya. Ace your test. Brilliant. That's good news. Okay. Still got another 90 nautical miles until chopper drops, so plenty of time to chill. Unknown, hello, welcome aboard, nice to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by, hope you're having a good day so far. I actually think it is really good. I've heard a lot of people disappointed with it and think, oh, the texturing's not good. I personally really like the texturing. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, it's really buggy. I haven't encountered any bugs this flight. One thing that could be a bit better is the sounds, but really, other than that, I don't have any complaints. I think the price could be a bit cheaper if you're getting the lifetime package, but end of the day, you're getting the 300, 400, 500 plus the freighter variants, all for $100 for life. That seems pretty good. And if you don't want to pay that, you can just do $5. Pay $5 and you get it all for a month. Movement on the ground, I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Works well, didn't have any issues. It feels heavy, which I like. It feels sluggish, which I quite like. Exactly, Unknown, yeah. And it's quite good. I like it because you can try it before you buy it type thing. So if you pay $5 and you're like, no, not for me, well then didn't just waste $120. But if you really like it, then you know at least you can get the lifetime package, because you can always upgrade after your package expires. Ooh, that's a hard one, actually. I think they're both pretty similar. Yeah, I think they're pretty similar. Oh, I know what you mean, yeah. The PMDG can feel quite light. It doesn't feel exactly like the PMDG in terms of that. It does have a bit more weight. It's got a bit more beefiness to it. So we'll do VNAV descent most of the way, and if there's a point where we're too high, then we'll go into flight level change. I have heard there is an actual bug that they are fixing for the next build updates, where you can be slightly above the VNAV profile. But yeah, that will all get fixed within the next update, which can't imagine will be too many days away. Yeah, I really like the 3D model as well, Unknown. I think, especially on the outside, there are bits that could do with a bit of improvement. Just looking there, could have a little bit of minor improvements, but not anything major really needs to be addressed, in my opinion. Exactly, yeah. I mentioned it to Alex today. It was definitely a good move to postpone it. I would rather there be less bugs and have a better flying experience than to have a couple of bugs and have it released earlier. That's just for me anyway, something I would prefer. Performance as well is pretty good. I'm getting a solid 60 frames per second from on the ground up into the air as well. Mind you, I use auto FPS just to adjust my terrain level of detail. So on the ground it's a lot lower. And once we're in the air, I crank it up a bit to about 200, 250. Get a couple of extra details while we're airborne. Nice. Okay, top or drop. It's coming up in a couple of miles. Not too far away. And then we'll get ready to land. We've done most of the prep work for the approach. So once we get down to 10,000 feet, we'll chuck the navs over to manual, which will then have our ILS frequency all sorted. Got our course set. Heading bug is set just on our current course, so that will be sorted for the missed approach later. The pressurization panel is okay. We checked that. We've got the landing altitude in. Unknown system depth I am pretty happy with. I mean, you have to test the oxygen, you have to come over here and turn on, if I can get down low enough, you have to actually turn on the oxygen valve. That's one feature that I thought was pretty cool. FMC wise, I really like it as well, really nice and detailed. I mean, there's a weather radar that works, which is pretty impressive. I demonstrated it a little bit earlier on in the stream, but if we turn it on now, it's just doing its test. Then into here. Of course, there's no weather around us right now, so nothing to be concerned about. But when we did a like little thunderstorm test earlier, you could see it. And of course, then terrain radar and things like that. We can actually get rid of those as well and get them set up for our landing. Is that right? Yeah, that looks about right. Reset them and then do them for the landing. BREF of 129. Set in there, nice, cool. Happy with that. I mean, as well, another really cool feature, unknown. You can play games in the EFB. I mean, I don't know how to play solitaire, but you know, something pretty cool. And then this is a little something I designed, a nice EFB wallpaper. I wish the Navigraph integration and Simproof integration was a bit better, because you have to type the flight plan in manually, but I really don't mind doing that. That's not something that bothers me very much. We're actually going to go level change. We'll leave it in VNAV. We're meant to be at 8,000 feet by odd knots, which isn't happening. I don't think it does, Nate. And that might be something they have to add in future. Come on, level change. Let's descend now. This is a known issue, by the way, the VNAV path, which will be sorted in the next update. Yeah, hopefully it should descend us down to 8,000, but whether at odd knots, I don't know. Let's check here. Oh, okay, it's got it in there as a constraint, so that's fine. It should then work okay. Just decrease that rendering. Cool, VNAV descent. So you can see that vertical speed now. Starting to go. Which is good. It's descending us very, very, very slowly. Let's go level change again. Be careful of that speed. Can I swap this over? Thanks. Looks like VNAV's got it covered now. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave it in level change. Not happy with it. What is up with the gear? Oh, thanks. The VNAV is a known bug, by the way, so that should be updated within the next build. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Especially with this sun starting to set. We're going to have to hold, I think. In a minute. It should be at 7,000, okay. So we can hold the excess. Next hold. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Left turn. Inbound course is 006. Actually, 012 would probably be accurate. Execute that. That's in there. As I say, we're a bit too high, so that'll get us down a bit lower. Petter, no, we've got CMDA in currently. So autopilot 1 is just doing it now. Just resync that heading bug. The inbound course I think is going to be 018. We'll see. 012 should be fine. It looks okay on that, on the ND, so hopefully then it's all good. Yeah, Petter, it is a lovely plane. I really, really do enjoy it. So our transition level is going to be 7,000 feet. What is our speed constraint? Oh, we don't have one, that's fine. Cool. Just 250 knots into after 10,000 feet. So Linux, in the real world, it would be 2 pilots. It's just me. Just me though today. Welcome aboard, by the way. Thank you for coming along and saying hello. If you guys are enjoying today's stream so far, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new. It really does help us out a whole ton. It's a lovely day for flying. And this absolutely lovely aircraft, I really do enjoy flying it. And I hope it will release soon. Should be on the ground at 19:59 Zulu, so it's about 15-20 minutes from now. Cool, okay, we are about to enter the hold that I have plugged in. Just so we can bleed off a bit of that altitude. We probably won't be doing the whole hold, because actually we have recovered our altitude pretty nicely. We may not even need to go in the hold at all if we can get 7,000 feet off by the next waypoint, which I don't know. Is doable, but we'll see. We've been airborne for an hour, as you can see over on the left hand side with the chrono. And we'll sync our heading bug again. (013). Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on then. Landing lights, runway turn off, taxi lights. Wing lights, wheel well lights. Ivan, I've got no clue, I'm afraid. I don't think there is one yet. Full focus is on the 500 for now, just getting it ready for release. But I will ask the question later. I think realistically it would be September, October time, if not maybe December, sort of Q4 of this year. That would be my guess. I don't have an idea yet. Well, I haven't been told anything. Okay, here we go, about to start the hold. We need to bleed off 3,000 feet, so it won't take us long. We'll probably exit the hold slightly early. Once it's up to 8,000, I think we'll exit. Go around a bit further and then it's wait to execute. So I wanted to go around that way instead of all the way the other way. If it lets us. It may not. Yeah, we probably did have enough time, but I'm just trying to stick to the constraints, because the constraint technically is 7,000 at Exis. And I wasn't 100% confident with the that we get down quick enough. No, it's quite beautiful though. Coming across with those mountains in the background. We're going to go alt hold. Don't want to smash into those mountains over there. Get the straight radar on, make it a bit dimmer. Yeah, we should be avoiding most of the terrain, so that's fine. It's going to fit right through that gap. And we've got a lovely sunset that we'll be landing in. It is, it's so beautiful, Peter. Must be really lovely to live up here. Stopped on the left. I'm assuming it's that island there. Apologies if my pronunciation is incorrect. And heading of 029. Oh, I think we'll be a bit more concerned about that. Hopefully we don't get there. I think it's supposed to... Why are we descending? I did alt hold. Yeah, that is the right way. Funny enough, I actually did this earlier on. We'll go speed down a little bit. 230 knots. Actually, we'll go 220. Because there is further constraint in a couple minutes. Look at this. What a lovely view. Right, okay, 5,000 feet here, we need to go down to 4,500 feet. And we'll go level change. Thank you very much, altitude alarm. Then Okned, it's just down to 1,500 feet. Actually, we'll chuck it in VS. That'll make life a bit easier. Flyby Mo, hello. Welcome to the vertical stream. I have to say, I love it. It's a bit more of a challenge to fly compared to the regular NG, but it's still quite enjoyable. I really like it. I think there are a couple of things that the team needs to work on, such as just getting the sound a bit better and the external model be a bit better as well. Deploy some speed brakes. That speed is not playing ball. Yes, this is MSFS 2020. Currently the aircraft is only compatible with 2020, but hopefully 2024 compatibility will be soon. Let's go ahead and pause the music there then for today. We'll get that back on just before we start the replays. Yeah, the model does look good on the inside. Outside could do with a little bit of touch-up. Yeah, very good visibility, but I'm not going to be hand flying this until we get a bit closer. I don't know what on earth happened there. I think the sim had a major stutter. Cool, we're going to go speed 200. We're going to start to bleed that off. Don't quite know what the 𝗂𝐴𝐴 is doing. Okay, we'll just let it do its thing.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
You know what? We will hand fly it in. Alarm VOR lock. Get that heading onto there. Dago Island in front of us now. Nice. I'm assuming that's just over in the distance a little bit. I'm just going to pitch up as the aircraft wanted to have a bit of fun. And I don't want to have. What is... Okay, that was interesting. Let's go... Command A again, please.
Sync rate.
Or not.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. 1000.
On the approach, we'll start deploying some flaps. And we can start slowing down as well. Okay. That's normal, by the way. Just that the thrust levers are idle, but we will go ahead and deploy the landing gear. Do our next set of flaps. Oh, that's flaps. Flaps 25 now. That's what I'm after. We'll go ahead and start the replay recorder. Flaps 30. Final approach speed. Oh my goodness, we have overshot that turn a bit. 129, so we'll do 134. Okay, this has got a bit pear-shaped right at the end, but that's okay, we'll recover it. And we're just going to hand fly the rest of the way. So I'll take control of the throttles now.
Approaching 07.
Runway 07 confirmed. We're quite low. Just pitch that nose up a little bit. And we've got happy lights. Clear for the visual approach. Scandinavian 6-7 Bravo, says Ivan. Don't want to get too high now. Oh my goodness me. Too low, too high. What's it going to be?
500. Minimums.
Continue. Trying to keep that nose up a little bit.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, bosh. Rip centre line. Reverses. Spoilers. Decelerating. Okay, well, welcome to Bodo. Let's retract some spoilers if we can. Oh, we actually forgot to arm them. Okay. We'll set that 0. APU can come on. Let's get rid of some of the landing lights, runway turn-offs. There we go. And we're going to take stand 16.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
Oh. Brilliant. Well, a very warm welcome everybody down to Bodo. Thank you very much for coming along with me. Just going to park up and then we'll get the replays going. It was a mediocre landing, minus 417 feet per minute. That was heavy. At least it didn't look that bad. So nobody can, nobody has to know then. Get that tax light off. Going to stand 16, so we're just going to be pulling in here.
To set parking brakes to request ground services.
Okay. I'm not done yet. Oh, 𝗲𝗂𝗊𝗀𝗀𝐴, we'll just do it ourselves at this point.
Brakes to request We need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Right. Park brake set. We're going to go right pack off. APU gens on. APU bleed on. Oh yeah, we can leave the recirc valve recirc valve even to auto. Isolation valve closed. Cut engine 2. Cut engine 1. And there we have it, my friends. One beautiful landing. Well, not really a beautiful landing, but one beautiful flight in the CSS 737-500. And what a beautiful flight it was. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, because I loved it. Very, very fun. Really, really good fun. Why are the strobe lights still on? Oh. We'll be definitely doing some more flights in this aircraft soon. And next Wednesday is going to be our 4,000 subscriber special. We're going to be going from London Heathrow to San Diego in either the A350 or 777. I am yet to decide. It will be one of the two. But that will be next Wednesday, and I am looking forward to it. Guys, let's go ahead and boot up some replays.
Approaching 07.
Go ahead and pause it here.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Again, a massive shout out to CSS for sending us their aircraft for me to showcase early.
Approaching
Really, really do appreciate it.
07.
Thank you very much, Ivan. It means a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and review this pretty terrible landing. Lovely wing flex. Look at that. It's going. And Bosh, touchdown, lovely. Let's get some tunes back on. Let's go again. Go from a different angle.
Approaching 07.
Okay.
Approaching 07.
Definitely feels quite nice to hand fly, actually. I do like it.
Minimums.
Bosh, look at that. Wowzers me. Very far off that centre line as well.
07.
One last replay. We'll jump into the final replay of the evening.
Approaching 07.
That displaced threshold actually really throws me off. I really dislike displaced thresholds. Really, really do. gosh, look at that. I think I probably overflared it there. We'll see in just a moment when I do this final replay. Cool. We'll see how this does with the autofocus.
0,
Right,
7.
unfortunately though, my friends, that is all for today. Massive thank you to everyone who has come along with me. Thank you to everyone who has hit the like button on today's stream. I really, really do appreciate it. Again, thank you to CSS for sending this over for me to showcase early. It has been a pleasure to have you all. Thank you all for coming along once again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Approaching 0, 7.